You've seen it all now. This fried rice came from the pressure cooker. Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today we are using our pressure cooker to make fried rice. Yes, I know that seems like an oxymoron. You can't really fry in a pressure cooker, but this is a fantastic recipe, and you'll see, you won't even realize it's not actually fried. And it's a little better for you because it's not fried. So, are you ready for this adventure? I know I am. Let's get started. All right, you guys, a couple weeks ago when I was doing the curry video, I actually said I was going to use the excess rice that I cooked to make my instant pot fried rice. Like a ding dong, you can't do that because you actually need raw rice or dried rice in this recipe. So I hope you didn't save any of that rice to do this recipe. You need your own rice. So I use that rice for something else. Anyway, that being said, this recipe is really fun, really easy. It's a get it together and go. It's a great side dish for the faux Chinese food like, people like to make. So let's just get started. We're gonna turn the pot on to sear first. So once that's on sear, we're gonna dump in a little oil, and I'm using about 1.5 teaspoons of oil. And we're gonna let that shimmer just a little bit before we put in our veggies. All right, so for this recipe, you're gonna need some carrots and some peas. Usually I use frozen carrots and peas that are mixed together, but for whatever reason here in Texas, I could not find that mix. So instead I have raw carrots and frozen peas. So I'm gonna wanna get my raw carrots in the pot first to kind of saute them a little, and then get my frozen peas in when I add my rice, because my frozen peas are blanched already and they don't need as much cooking time, but my raw carrots will require just a little more time. So I can hear this starting to sizzle, so let's go ahead and add some of our veggies. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my carrots, my garlic, and we're gonna add the chicken. So what I have here is about 3 chicken thighs that are cut into bite-sized pieces. And I'm just gonna give these a good mix, and it looks like my pot wasn't quite hot enough yet. I just heard it and I thought, oh, surely it's hot enough. It's getting there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I put ginger into my pot instead of garlic. As soon as it started to heat up, I'm like, that smells like ginger. So that's okay. That's totally okay. I am going to put in my garlic as well. It will be fine. I'm using about 1 teaspoon of both. It will taste great. Just remember not to put in your ginger later. Okay, now I hear it sizzling. And we're just going to saute this until most of the chicken looks cooked, but it doesn't have to be cooked through because we're still gonna cook it for another 3 minutes with the rice inside. All right, we're also going to put some salt and pepper over the top of our chicken. Looks weird. Usually I just do the chicken at this point, but because I have the raw carrots, I know they need a little bit more heat than that 3 minutes is gonna give them. Oh, it smells so good already. All right, and once you see the chicken starting to be a little white, it doesn't have to be all the way cooked, like I mentioned, we're going to add our chicken broth, our rice, and our peas. Chicken broth, we're gonna give that a good stir, and our rice, give that a good stir, and now our peas. Now, if you are using the frozen peas and carrots, this is where you would add everything in. And now we're gonna get it sealed. So let's make sure all the rice is under the water, under the chicken broth. That's good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and seal our lid. Make sure Walter is in the sealing position. All right, so we're gonna get it on pressure cook 3 minutes, and the keep warm setting is turned on. At the end of the 3 minutes, we're gonna let it natural pressure release for 8 to 10 minutes. At the end of 8 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and let Walter release the pressure. We're gonna get it off and do the last step. So I'll see you back here when this pot has come down from pressure after 8 minutes. All right, let's look at our timer. It has been 8 minutes. time to release Walter. There shouldn't be too much because it was only 3 minutes of pressure. Smells so good. Okay, once the pressure is down, let's remove the lid. And right away, we are going to add the egg. So just add it right in there and we're gonna stir, and the residual heat is gonna cook up that egg. You can already see the eggs starting to turn white and cook because the inside of this pot is super hot. Look at that. You see the pieces of egg cooked up beautifully. All right, last two things to add. We're gonna add some soy sauce and just a little touch of sesame oil. The sesame oil is more of a preference. It just gives it that nutty flavor. So literally we're talking like 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon and that's it. Dink, that's it. Now we're gonna give it one last mix and that's it. Look at that. And there you have it. Instant pot fried rice. And to serve it, scoop it right onto our plate. Pour it right onto our plate. And finally, we are gonna garnish with some fresh green onions. And you guys, there you have it. This is definitely a get it together and go recipe. And this will definitely go once it gets to your dinner table. It is so good. Look at that. Doesn't it look fantastic? Oh yeah. And it tastes fantastic too. Here we go. Let's make sure we get some chicken and some carrots and all the things. Here we go. That's so good. It's definitely not fried rice in the skillet, and I am absolutely certain that Uncle Roger would not approve of this recipe. However, it's good, it's easy, it's fast. It's one of those things that when you have 5 minutes to throw it together, so easy, so flavorful. You definitely should try it for yourself. And you can totally tailor it to whatever flavors you prefer. You want a little more garlic? Chuck it in there. You want to add onions? Put those in there. You want to add more soy? Go for it. It is so fun, and you can add other vegetables as well. Just keep in mind that they're going to be in the Instant Pot for 3 minutes under pressure and then another 8 minutes coming down out of pressure. So if you use a softer veggie like, say, zucchini, you might want to make them pretty thick chunks, but then that would kind of be weird in your... Anyway, just keep that all in mind when you do your rice like this. The other thing that you could do is you could get your rice all the way done to the point where I open the pot and add the eggs, and after you add the eggs, add in your already cooked veggies. Then you will have everything cooked at the same time, and you won't risk that overcooking of the veggies in the Instant Pot or your pressure cooker or whichever. So yeah, well, there you have it. Pressure cooker fried rice. Blows your mind, right? Didn't know it could happen? Now you do. All right, you guys, did you enjoy that video? If you did, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I do videos several times a week, and I'm always looking for the next adventure. And when you ask for the adventure, I will do it. I have a friend who asked me to do more Instant Pot recipes, so that's what I'm doing over the next couple of weeks, because someone asked me if I didn't like my Instant Pot anymore or my pressure cooker anymore, and I was like, oh no, I use it all of the time. And she's like, well, you've only been doing air fryer recipes. So I tend to change that. I tend to switch it all up, do some Instant Pot, do some air fryer, have a lot of fun, adventure. So if you have any ideas for me, leave it in the comments below. If you want to see anything like my friend said, let me know. I read every comment, and I would definitely consider whatever it is that you suggest. All right, you guys, well, I will see you on the next adventure. Bye.